Mark Schwab in Winter Haven, with me Indians pitcher Charlie Nagy. Charlie, one more year of Winter Haven. How's it feel to be back?
It feels good. It was a nice, relaxing off season. One of those, things where you're into it and you're working out and you just want to go to that next step, and that's coming down to spring training. And I'm sure everybody will be sick of spring training in about 2 weeks and wanting to get the season started, but that's just a natural progression of things.
How does the elbow feel now compared to last year at this time?
Everything feels good, no pain or anything like that. Just I feel strong, worked out a lot, lifted weights this off season, put on a couple pounds, and we'll see if that translates into getting guys out.
Mm-hmm. Any goals, expectations this spring? Because it really is full of questions for you.
Making the team. There's a spot in the rotation that's open, and I've got to battle a bunch of guys and try and win that spot. And it's different circumstances for me this spring training, but it's something you just go out and you do what you have to do.
A little weird that you're here fighting for a job where a couple of years ago you were always penciled in.
That's just the way things happen, baseball evolves, baseball moves on, and you just have to roll with the punches.
What if it doesn't work out? You're maybe just not the same, you can't get the guys out. Have you thought about that much?
You try not to think about it, but it's in the back of your mind, and you just, you deal with it when that time comes. And you just, I've been thinking about that for the last couple of years. I've had a lot of time to reflect and, think about what lies ahead, and, we'll just cross that bridge if we get to it.
I remember last year, towards the end of the year, when you went on the DL, you said you wanted to help the team any way you could for this year, which is why you kind of took the season off. And if that included going on the DL to let insurance pick up salary, you would do that if it helps the team. Is that also still there?
There's a lot of different scenarios that I've discussed it with Mark. That's one of them. If I can't get guys out, it's a physical thing, and I'll have to do that. But if I feel like I still can get guys out, but they don't think I can, or somebody else steps up, then I may just have to move on. But those are scenarios that are down the road. Those questions will be answered in 3-4 weeks.
It's just different to hear a player. Most of you guys aren't that frank about stuff like that. Let's shift gears. Bunch of moves for this team in the off season. I know you were plenty busy getting yourself ready, but how did you see all those?
It's just something the organization had to do. We have a new owner, Larry Dolan, and he paid a lot of money for this team, and he had to cut some salary here and there. And when you do that, you see a lot of big names go. Robbie was traded. They didn't sign Juan back. They let Dave Berber go, and a few other guys along the way. And we got a new look to the team, a lot younger. They say it's possibly a different type of baseball, but we're just going to have to go out and play fundamentally sound baseball. We still got some big name guys here, some guys who know how to play the game. We got some new guys who know how to play the game. Matt Lawton and Wright, he's a good young player, and if we go out and just play the game right, do the little things, move runners over, score some runs, we might not outslug some guys, but we'll win our share of ball games.
How weird is it without Kenny in this locker room?
It's a little weird without Kenny. I called him before when he signed with the White Sox, congratulate him. Tell him I'm missing him. It's weird without Kenny, or, that's just the way baseball is, though. Reeder's not here anymore. Guys like that, he's been around for a long time. You've won with them, won championships with them, and, all of a sudden they're not here. And, you look around, there's a lot of young faces. I think I was the oldest guy on the field today, so it was kind of weird. I can't wait for Finley to get here.
You and Jimmy, and I guess Omar, still kind of the old guard, the last three, really, of those old Indian teams. Do you guys feel like maybe, leaders, father figures, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, father figures, because I have gray hair. I was joking with my wife. Most of our coaching staff, other than Charlie and Grady, I either played with or played against for at least 3-4 years, even our minor league coaches. But, that's just the way baseball goes. Things evolve, the game moves on, and you just have to roll with the punches. And, I've got to know a lot of these younger pitchers over the last year and a half. I played with them at Buffalo last year for a month. They're great kids. They got great upside potentials and great arms and whatnot. And, they know I'm here to answer any questions, to help them out, whatever we can. And Jimmy's the same way, and Travis and Omar. And, whatever we can do, they know we're here for them.
Charlie Nagy, thanks much for the time. Good luck this spring.
Thanks.